Have you ever heard of a river that dried up overnight and then came back instantly? Not because of rain, not because of science, but because of one man's prayer? This is the unbelievable story of Apostle Ayo Babalola and the river that vanished. Many years ago, in a village in Nigeria, the people woke up to a disaster. Their river, the only source of water, had dried up completely. No warning, no reason. Just gone. At first, they thought it was just a strange weather change. But days passed, then weeks, no rain. No water. No hope. The villagers were desperate. Their crops were dying, their animals were weak, and people were starting to get sick from thirst. They tried everything. The village elders made sacrifices to their gods. Nothing changed. Some people even left the village in fear. But then, one old woman spoke up. "Call the man of God," she said. "Call Apostle Ayo Babalola." 3 days later, he came, a tall, powerful man, dressed in simple white robes, walking with a wooden staff. In one hand, he carried a small bell that made a soft, chilling sound as he walked. When he arrived, the village was silent. Everyone was watching him, wondering, could he really bring the river back? Babalola didn't waste time. He simply said, "Take me to the river." When they got to the dried-up riverbed, he knelt down and ran his fingers through the cracked earth. He closed his eyes and whispered a prayer. Then he stood up, looked around, and said something strange. "This is not a natural drought. Someone closed this river." The villagers gasped. Was he saying that an unseen force had taken their water? Then, Babalola did something even stranger. He lifted his staff and pointed at the tall mountain near the village. "The river is locked by a power on that mountain," he declared, "and I must go there." No one dared to go near that mountain. It was feared. At night, strange whispers came from its caves. Some people said it was cursed, but Babalola was not afraid. He began to climb. As he climbed higher, the wind grew stronger. The air became thick, heavy. The villagers, watching from below, could feel it. Something was wrong. Then a deep, terrifying voice echoed from a cave. "Turn back, man of God. You cannot win." The villagers screamed in fear. Some even ran away. But Babalola kept climbing. The voice grew louder. The ground shook. Trees swayed violently, though there was no storm. It was as if the mountain itself was warning him. Then, just as he reached the cave, a strong wind hit him. Boom! Thunder crashed, even though the sky was clear. The villagers could see the prophet standing at the mouth of the cave, face to face, with something they couldn't see. Then Babalola rang his bell. Ding! The sound was deafening. The wind stopped. The ground stilled. Then, in a loud, commanding voice, he shouted, "By the power of the Almighty, I break your hold over this land. Release the river now." A sudden, piercing scream came from the cave, not human. It was followed by a rushing sound like a great wind fleeing. Then, from deep inside the cave, a drop of water fell. Then another. Then a stream. Then, suddenly, from the dry riverbed below, water burst out like a flood. The villagers screamed, but this time in joy. The river was back. Water flowed again, fresh and full, as if it had never disappeared. People ran to drink, to bathe, to celebrate. Babalola walked down from the mountain calm, peaceful. The villagers fell at his feet, thanking him. But he only smiled and said, "Do not thank me. Thank God. He has restored what was lost." The miracle that still stands today. From that day on, the river never dried up again. Scientists have tried to explain what happened, but there is no logical reason why the water suddenly returned. Till today, people still visit that village looking for answers, but the only truth remains: Apostle Ayo Babalola was a man who spoke and the earth listened. So, do you believe this story? Was it truly a miracle? Or was there a hidden reason science hasn't found? Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories. Until next time, stay curious.